Hey guys, it's Amy. It just past midnight here on the 13th, so we're going to talk about a couple of headlines from the 12th. And if you're new here, I do teach gematria. It's the practice of coding letters into numbers. I promise if you just stick with me, you're going to catch it because I talk about the same numbers over and over and over. And it's just like learning the alphabet, right? ABC is 1, 2, 3. Today we got the headline of the National Hockey League has announced the headline of Raymond. He's dead at 38. So we know that 38 is a big murder number. So we already, this is a sacrifice, right? So the reason they announce it today is because today is the 102nd day of the year, and National Hockey League equals 102 in the reverse reduction. And this is simply taking the alphabet in reverse, Z being 1, A being 26, and then every number is going to be a single digit. So when you get to the 13th letter, it's going to be 3 plus 1 is 4. You get to the 18th letter, it's going to be 8 plus 1 is 9. Everything becomes a single digit, forward and backwards. So that's your four base offers, right? So today's the 102nd day of the year. We got these guys in the headlines paying tribute to this guy at the age of 38. He's dead 316 days after his birthday because he actually died on the 10th. And that's why they held the headlines. So he actually died 316 days after his birthday, just like Jesus was sacrificed in John 3:16. We know that 38's a murder number. Remember, I said that a few minutes ago. We got RIP, murder, death, killing, Lucifer. They all equal 38. See so many people dead, at the age of 38 or 38 days after their birthday, or the biggest hit they've had just the day they drafted. So he actually drafted on the 177th day of the year, which is another number we talk about all the time, right? But watch this. So he drafted on the 177th day. It's the day leaving 188 days left in the year. So June 26th is when he drafted. Okay. So look here. There's his name in full, just like the day he drafted, right? But there it is. He has an overlap in the reverse as well, and he's got the sacrifice numbers. So his headline came today on the 12th, which was 76 days from his draft date. And Skull and Bones is 76. And then if you read the stats about him, he spent 4 years and he scored 76 points. And now he's dead 76 days from that draft anniversary. You can't make these patterns up, guys. If you count the end date, he actually died 77 days from his draft anniversary. So there's that one. So the April 12th to June 26th is 76 days if you're counting the end date. And then here is the day that he actually died, right? So this is his headlines. This is the day he actually died. So he died 77 days from the draft anniversary. They stuck him in the headlines 76 days from the anniversary because he scored 76 points. And it's a skull and bone sacrifice. Like, same patterns we see with all the other headlines. So this one I think is probably going to be used for the pew pew control that we're going through right now because everybody knows that it's just massive pew pews, massive pew pew control. That's all we're hearing, right? And I think this guy's probably going to be used for it because they come on tonight and told us that this guy is dead. And I don't think it's so much him as I think it's going to be his son that was killed in a shooting in 2018. So we know that 102 is a number that is associated with Black history, right? This is the anniversary of the start of the Civil War. We know it was over with slavery. We know that we see a lot of this. This is just a Black history number. 102, 42, 59. That's why Martin lived in apartment 42. And you've got Jackie Robinson who wore 42. Chadwick Boseman died at 42 after playing Jackie Robinson who wore number 42. And you've got so many words that equal 42 that are associated with Black history. Bus equals 42. Like, it's just so much, too much to go over, right? But guys, so I figured last night I started to do a post to say, what black man's going to die tomorrow. Well, here he is. So his son is actually known for wearing the number 44. Okay. So, well, back to the dad. So the dad's dead at 54 right now. Okay. And we know that's a mark of the beast Jesuit order number. So he's dead 170 days from his son being shot and killed. And we know that's a sacrifice number. He was shot and killed, gun violence. We know we just seen I think it was either the Nashville shooting or the one before that because there's been so many, but it was 170 days from the governor's birthday. Like we see it all the time. So now we've got this guy dying 170 days from his son's shooting death anniversary, who was known to wear the number 44, right? And if you go down here, I'm going to talk about his son real quick. So shooting equals 44. His son's name was Wade Sims, which is the 37 overlap with shooting, right? So I really think that they're probably going to bring this into the headlines, talking about his son, just because of what we're already going through. And I think that they're going to use this as a talking point. I really do. So they made sure to tell you how tall he is in the headlines, right? He's 6'7", starting 74 games, right? 6'7", LSU Tigers sacrificed, started 74 games, like killing Lucifer Masonic. Numbers we talk about all the time, guys. They called him Big Daddy, right? I know I had the Big Daddy in here somewhere. It may be up through here. If not, we'll see it when I get to it. All right, so let's talk about the sun. So I found a post when I was looking through the sun, and that this was the first one pretty much that came up there, right? And it's from CBS. It says Forever 44, how a teammate's murder has brought LSU together and fueled the Tigers' inspired season. Forever equals 44. He wore the number 44. Shooting is 44. Forever is 37, and shooting is 37. So those are numbers that we talk about all the time. This post actually got posted on February 20th, 2019 at 10:39. And I found that interesting just because the Brotherhood of Death is 220, like the date they posted it, and gun control is 139, just like 1039, because you wouldn't count the zero. So I really feel like they're going to use this guy as some sort of talking point in the headlines to push the gun control. So here's his killer name, and he's got those same killer numbers that we see all the time. He's also dead 76 days from his birthday, right? So his son was born on December 13th and he died on September 28th. So he died 76 days from his birthday, and we just went over the 76, right, with Skull and Bones. So you got this 76 number that's associated with, derogatory spellings of black people, right? And then now you've got his dad dead on another number that we know is associated with derogatory spellings of words that are used to describe black people, right? So, what's the chances that, out of four numbers, that we're going to get the day that dad dies, and it's also the amount of days that the son dies from his birthday? Same patterns that we see all the time. They just sacrificed off another black man, is all they done, because they do it all the time. And he was 20 when he died, so nothing new here. Same patterns over and over. Over and over. But guys, I'm heading out for the night. Y'all take care and have a good evening.